What happens when you come to know that money has leaked, revenue is leaking right under your nose due to lack of knowledge or ignorance? You may be employee of a company or owner of a company. The feeling is highly frustrating, demoralizing, devastating, isn't it? Here the goal is to enrich your skills, to make your skills smarter, which will help you to arrest such leakages, revenue leakages in outsourced work or works contracts. For who doesn't know, I'm Dhaval Dolakia. I have more than 34 years of experience in petrochemicals and engineering industry, of which more than 14 years in service contract management and contractor safety. Each year, I have identified the leakage area and made a mission to arrest it. Each year, at least 10 millions have been arrested. And if I give at a rate or ratio, is 1 million is to 25 million of the expenditure made. And this benefit is year on year. Believe me, though you have a most robust contracting system and transparency, though you must have most stringent controlling, monitoring and audit systems, the leakages exist. This can be identified by experience. Here where I say outsource contract or service contracts, works contracts, means an organization does agreement with other agency or entrusts on other agency to do work on behalf of them, like mechanical maintenance, civil maintenance, electrical maintenance, erection, projects, hospital management, transport management, warehouse management, horticulture and so on. This one is my first video on revenue leakages in outsourcing work. I have planned total 20 videos on this topic. Thereafter, second series will be on outsourced work safety management. To have maximum advantage of my experience smartening your skills, do subscribe, do click the notification button. Coming back to the topic of the video, adequate scope of work. It is experienced and observed that the major cause of revenue leakage in contracts happen due to insufficient, inadequate scope of work. Let me give an example. We issued a contract for repair of heater. We have 6 to 7 heaters. Each year, one heater will go under repair. This heater are kind of furnace in which hydrocarbons are cracked. When heater is on shutdown, there is a complete production loss. This heater repair job was awarded at rupees 7.5 million. And when job was completed, the contractor claimed 0.9 million additionally for the job done additionally, which was not covered in scope in the contract. Each year when shutdown is taken of this heater, during repair, the additionally job done is also done. So it is an regular job. However, it was missed in the scope this time. That is, scope was not adequately reviewed. It has not gone through the proper method of reviewing, and it got through till the contract. Anyways, you may say, or you may ask, since job is done every time, it was payable. See, when the contract was given, it was given through a competitive bidding process, where there was a competition and negotiations were done. Now, when extra job is to be paid, there is no competition. Please note, here we lose the edge of negotiation. We negotiated but ended up at 0.8 million, where the additional job was at the most rupees 0.5 million. We ended up paying 0.3 million rupees minimum additionally. Due to inadequate scope, insufficient scope, we lost the edge of negotiation and end up paying higher. The other effect is it raised the bar. The same job was done at rupees 7.5 million, where now it has raised the bar. Next time when job will be taken, it will be considered at higher base. Of course, internal costing and other methods are there, but yes, it has raised the bar. Let me give another example. We had ordered for repair of 4 storage tanks. These storage tanks were diameter of 10 meters and height of around 7 meters. These tanks are emptied, cleaned, thereafter tested for its integrity, inspected for its integrity, hydro tested, and thereafter put back into system. Now, when it is hydro tested, it is filled with water, and this water was to be drained in stormwater channel as per engineer, the scope given by the engineer. The contract was issued for repair of tank at rupees 5 million per tank, that is 20 million for 4 tanks. Now, when the first tank was taken and hydro test being done, the environment and safety people said that no, water cannot be drained in storm channel. It has to be shifted to the reservoir at a given location. Now, shifting of this water will need tankers. The tankers will be filled and those tankers will be shifted. There will be number of trips to empty the storage tanks because gallons of water has to be shifted. So shifting of water was not covered in a scope. Did it came as a surprise job? No. This is covered under environment norms as well as regular practice. For any such huge collection of water, it cannot be drained in storm water. It's a policy of a company and part of environment policy. So there was a mistake in the scope. The engineer who made the scope was not aware with it, nor the scope was reviewed by his seniors adequately, and this ended up paying 2 million extra for all 4 storage tanks. Outsourcing of work means the agency on whom we entrust the job, we expect them to deliver at our desired level, our satisfaction level, at our expected level. So how does this contractor, vendors come to know what is our desired level, what is expected out of them? The contracting person, the buyer, plays a very pivotal role. He arranges every dialogue, every exchange of document with engineers, commercials, law and compliance people, with contractor. So the buyer, the contracting person, must have the detailed scope. Engineers at site who look into and provide technical scope should take buyer, the contracting person, in confidence, explain the complete scope and put in the words. It has been found these engineers at site are not aware, are not serious, and do not understand the sufficient scope or inadequate scope becomes a cause of revenue leak. All such cases, leakages, are resolvable. Giving awareness to the all users, engineers of the contracts, the contracting team, giving them training. Second is there should be proper scope drafting practices and recording it. There are various methods. There are different formats of noting down the activities, like DUR, division of responsibility, is one of the example. Let us see how DUR looks like. Here is a typical format of division of responsibility. Industry to industry, the formats change. This format, here we have first column, activity and materials. Here we note down various activities to be performed and the materials required for the activity. Second column and the third column indicates in whose scope that activity or the material is. So here is an outsourcing agency, and the second one is owner, that is our organization. Let me illustrate with the example of DUR of repair of tank, where in activity and materials you see that few activities are jotted down, and in next columns whose responsibility it would be or whose scope it is has been ticked, that is it comes under outsourced agency or owner's responsibility. And in the last column, which I suggest, there has to be an observation or remarks column where you note down those remarks and observations after completion of the job. Like we had supply of tankers for shifting of waters missing in the scope. So that will be noted down over here, and when the next time job is taken, it will be considered in activity and materials column. Before we wrap up, let me tell you that please don't fear your shortcomings. Face it, accept it, improvise on it, and implement it. This will make you more trustworthy, ethical for your organization, and you will gain a lot of confidence in yourself. The next second video is on revenue leakage through repeat work orders. Don't miss the content. For more information, do subscribe, do click the notification. Thank you.